Welcome to Key Talk. I am your host, Coach AmberJ, your go-to CEO, life coach, and wardrobe expert. Here on this podcast, we're all about unlocking the keys to full work-life balance. Together, we'll empower you to live a fulfilled life without burnout, all while looking and doing it in style. Join me as we dive deep into powerful conversations that will inspire you to shift your perspective and become the master key of your own life. We'll explore how to release past pain, trauma, and embrace your life purpose while serving others on their path to greatness. So, if you're ready to step into your power and elevate your life in style and confidence, you're in the right place. Let's get started and unlock these keys together. First off, I am super thrilled to kick off this very first episode today as a proud mother of three boys, my perfect three. I've been on an incredible journey since I became a coach in 2016. But first off, I want to give a huge shout out to Nevada Partners, the Westside Community Incubator. Every Tuesday, we will be going live with Key Talk, sharing some empowering keys to help you unlock your path to greatness. In this episode, I'll share a bit about myself and my drives, what drives me to empower other people, on exactly how I became a life coach and the difference between a life coach as well as a wardrobe expert, and what's the difference between a wardrobe expert and a stylist, and just give you some insight behind the scenes of my entrepreneurial journey and what really helped me become a life coach. So we're going to dive deep today and really get to know. I'll get to share a lot about who Coach AmberJ is and what I do. I'm here to share and empower other people and encourage them on their path to greatness. So make sure that you like, share, and invite some people onto this podcast. Again, this will happen every week. This is the first episode of Key Talk. It's been a while, but I'm excited to be back here as your go-to CEO, life coach, and wardrobe expert. I also want to share how I started as a coach. So first of all, grab a seat, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's dive into this journey together. I can't wait to share my story with you and hopefully inspire you on this path to greatness. All right. So I get a lot of times, what is a life coach? And so I really want to talk to you about what is a life coach? Why do you need a life coach? Why would you hire a coach? How can you fix my life, right? So the professional definition of a coach is a professional life coach is a professional who helps individuals identify and achieving personal and professional goals. They provide guidance, support, accountability, often focusing on areas of the career development, personal relationships, personal growth, and overall well-being. Life coaches use various techniques, including goal setting, motivated strategies, and action planning to help clients create actionable steps towards their desired outcomes. Unlike therapists, life coaches do not diagnose or treat mental health disorders. Instead, we focus on helping clients maximize their potential and create positive changes in their lives. Life coaching can be beneficial for those looking to significantly make changes in their lives, improve specific skills, or gain clarity on their goals and aspirations. So hopefully that made sense, but to sum that up, what I say a life coach is someone that will hold your hand, help you stay accountable, create a strategy to help move your needle forward in your life in whatever the area that is. If it's relationships, if it's your career, or just your personal life, or balancing the both. That is what a coach does. We hold your hand, we help you create a plan for your own life, and then hold you accountable to the goals that you said that you wanted to actually execute. But I want to talk about the difference between a life coach and a therapist. Again, earlier I mentioned that coaches do not diagnose mental health disorders. A lot of what I do, especially as a coach, is help you identify maybe an area that you may be stuck in or an area that may be hindering you, that can actually be worked through therapy. And again, I cannot diagnose any mental health disorders. I really focus on how can we use the positive things in your life to help move you forward or help you see those positive things, really shift your perspective. So I wanted to kind of just really explain the difference between the two of a life coach and a therapist, and one, why, how they can work together, and how beneficial having both is, and how important both of them are in your lives. And so I'm going to give a quick definition of the life coach and a therapist again. So life coach and therapist serve different roles and have very distinctive approaches in helping individuals improve their mental health and overall well-being. Life coaches focus on setting and achieving specific goals, making positive changes in various life areas, and embracing overall well-being. In contrast, therapists focus on diagnosing and treating mental health issues, emotional problems, and psychological disorders using therapeutic techniques. While both professionals play crucial roles in personal development, it is essential to consider individual needs and goals when deciding which one to work with. Me as a coach, I think it's very important because a lot of times, again, I help you identify areas that you've been stagnant in. Maybe there's some areas of hurt or some trauma that you haven't released. And so I can help you identify that. But a lot of times a therapist will go deep into where did that core root start from? How did it happen? And then help you process through that. As a coach, I don't do that. I just help you identify that and then strategize on how to move you forward. So I always suggest that my clients work with both. Why not do work together so that you can actually see the greater results in your life, in all the areas of your life. Um, and so I think that we work really well together, and I don't think that there has to be a separation, but it's always important if you've been working with a therapist and you're like, I've healed a lot of my trauma, I've worked through some of my, childhood issues, and I'm ready to really see the needle move forward. I need someone to hold me accountable. I need someone that's gonna basically show me myself and help me strategize on areas of how I can execute. Then that's when you would hire a coach, such as myself. So I want to talk about also, I am a coach as well as a wardrobe expert. And I get this all the time. What's the difference between a wardrobe expert and a wardrobe expert and a stylist? So I want to talk to you about both. And so I feel like the more educated you are on different industries and why you need someone and the importance of it, it really helps you make solid decisions moving forward. So what is a wardrobe expert? A wardrobe expert is a professional who specializes in helping individuals curate and manage their clothing collections to ensure they align with their personal style, lifestyle, and goals. Their services often include wardrobe assessment, personal styling, color and body shape analysis, organization. Ultimately, a wardrobe expert aims to empower clients with the knowledge and tools to make confident fashion choices, creating a wardrobe with a both stylish and practical wardrobe. So for me as a wardrobe expert, I really help clients go in and assess their wardrobe, which is like a closet assessment where I come to your house or we do a Zoom and you show me your closet. Personal styling, like what does your look like? My brand in wardrobe is Image Your Way. So I like to take people's unique looks and either amplify them, make them look better, or how we can fit your body, right? Or dress your body. So color and body shape analysis, really teaching you how to dress your body type, what looks good on you, what colors look good on you, how we highlight and maybe hide some of the areas that you really don't like about your body. And then I also do shopping assistance. I have a lot of clients who, one, don't have time, hate going to the stores, and don't like putting outfits together. So as a wardrobe expert, those are things that I help my clients. Also organizing. I really think it's so important, especially for professionals or busy people that just don't have time to sit and put an outfit together. I help you organize and put outfits together, help you buy pieces that are easy, accessible to throw on a blazer or throw on a coat and go, and you still look good all the time while looking, matching your brand and your professional look that you would like to curate. So that is what a wardrobe expert is. And the difference between a wardrobe expert and a stylist, overall, a stylist usually is someone that creates on the go looks that are normally what's trending. I'll give the definition here. When it comes to fashion, there is a distinction between stylists and wardrobe experts. Stylists focusing on creating unique and innovative looks for their clients, often pulling from current trends and designer collections to curate a standout ensemble. On the other hand, wardrobe experts specializes in individual build a cohesive and versatile wardrobe that reflects their personal style and lifestyle. While stylists are great for creating one-time show-stopping looks, let me slow down. A wardrobe expert often offers long-term looks. So really the difference is stylists are like, I have this look in mind. I want to look fabulous. I have a gala that I want to go to and I want to stand out. Those are normally times when you hire a stylist, and that's kind of what the difference. They usually style you for a one-time look. Not that they can't do other things, but those are just the differences and why it's important to understand who you're looking for and what kind of who you are looking for to hire for your own personal brand. So to move forward, so those are just some of the things that I do. I help CEOs create work-life balances, as well as make sure that you look good while you're doing it, making sure that you have the wardrobe on a budget to match your lifestyle, to make you look good all the time. I think that first impressions are lasting impressions. And so how you show up everywhere you go, whether it's the grocery store or to an interview, makes a huge difference, and it has an impact. And so as a image consultant or wardrobe expert, it's important for me to teach that, because sometimes we have the mindset that I don't care what people think or how they perceive me, which we really need to shift that, because it does matter. Because sometimes you may not ever have a conversation with me, but you may have seen me somewhere and you're like, oh, I remember her because she had key earrings on, or her hair was a different color. There was these items that I had on that made me stand out, that made me be remembered. So you may not have a conversation with me, but someone might mention me and then you can remember. So those are what your image really is about, is being able to make an impression on someone, even if you don't have a conversation with them. So I hope that is very helpful for you guys. Today, in episode 1 of Key Talk, I really wanted to just introduce who I am, what services I provide, what the difference is. I get that often, is what is a coach, what is a wardrobe expert, and why would they hire? Why do you need these professionals, and why would you hire me? So those are just some of the services that I provide. But I want to get deep a little bit today, and I'm going to share what got me started, first of all, to even become a coach. And yeah, y'all get some of the good juiciness. And then make sure that you guys are sharing, and inviting someone to this live. Again, this is the first episode, so excuse me if I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna be vulnerable because I have not done a Key Talk in over a year, but I'm always gonna show up. So I just told them behind the scenes, if it doesn't scare you, it's not big enough. So this is just a key. Catch this key, you guys. If it doesn't scare you, you're not doing what you're aligned and purpose to do. And so this is just the indicator for myself that I'm still on track and I'm still in purpose. So thank you guys for bearing with me. I really appreciate it. Hopefully so far you guys are enjoying this content and you will stay tuned. Make sure that you like, share, again, give me some hearts, drop some fires, drop some keys in the comments. Let me know you're catching them. So let's go back to my story, where it all began. It began in 2013. One day I woke up and I was just miserable. I woke up with this overwhelming feeling of emptiness. And at this time, I did everything that society said that you should do. I was married. I had my perfect, handsome little 3 little boys. I had an ideal career. I was making good money. I was what they said, society says, that you should be happy, right? Your life should be fulfilled. But I was empty, you guys. I was like, this can't be life. Like every day I have to wake up and go to work and be a mom, and this is it. Like, honestly, I was really miserable, you guys. And it took me on the path of really discovering who I was without these titles. Really making me pull back the layers of discovering who is Amber? What makes Amber happy? Who are you at the core of this woman, right? And so in 2013, I just went on this discovery, and that is the question that I asked myself. Who am I without a title? And what really makes me happy? And so I leave with you guys today something to ponder is, if you're in a space in your life and you just don't feel fulfilled right now, right? You're in a career, you're making the money, you have the relationship, you have the body goals, you look good, but you feel empty. I would advise you to go in the mirror, look in your own eyes, and ask yourself, who am I? Strip away the titles, strip away the societal beliefs or family beliefs that you have been told, to really question, who am I? And so this realization embarked me on a journey of really discovering myself, and again asking me, who am I without these titles? And so I really began to dig deep. And in that, it made me realize, like, I got married because I didn't want to be a statistic, and I didn't want to disappoint my family. I wanted to be able to say I'm a wife. Um, but I was miserable. And me and my ex or husband at the time, like, we got along, but he wasn't my best friend. He wasn't my everything. And that relationship was very it didn't have any substance. It was um very, I don't want to say basic, but it was just, I did it because this is what they said to do, right? And we had children, and that made sense. And so I we separated. And there's more details that, but we separated, and I realized that I had settled, right? When you don't know yourself, you don't know your value, you don't know your worth, you don't know who you are, how can you honestly be in a relationship with someone when you don't know those things about yourself? And I felt like I settled, and it made me decide that I didn't want this anymore. Along with other things, right? Infidelity, just other things that just really made me like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And now we are friends. We co-parent very well. I think he's an amazing individual, but we just weren't good partners together. I don't think that we brought the best out in one another. And I think a partner, in my opinion, should make you want to be a better person as well. So I feel like a part of that relationship hindered my growth. And so it was better that we separated. Shout out to him. He's still amazing. But we just didn't do life well together. Um, Again, this journey was not easy. Not only did I find myself separating in my relationship, but I also separated from family, because I seen that there was a lot of things in my life that um, I tried to get the approval of my family, the acceptance of my family, and it took me on a venture to separate and really find myself. And sometimes you have to isolate to be able to really see yourself. And um, this journey of really discovering yourself is really about being vulnerable and being courageous to do the things that go against the grain, right? And so that is where my journey began. It made me question everything about where I was. Again, I wasn't in a societal standard of my life was awful. It just wasn't fulfilling. And so as I began to pull back the layers, as I began to question who I am, what am I supposed to do? Why was I even put on this earth? What is my purpose, right? And these are the questions that you have to ask when you want to be honest and you want to really walk into your purpose and do what your God-given talent and gifts are. Is you have to be willing to remove the layers. And on this journey of life, you're going to continuously have to pull back layers. We're like onions. Once we remove one layer, it's a whole nother set of layers that you have to be willing to face. And sometimes that is very, very scary. And so you got to be courageous and you have to go against the grain and you have to be willing to walk away and you have to be willing to sacrifice. You have to be willing to let go of the old version of you so that the new version can actually be created. And that is something that I really help with my clients, is asking them, if you can create this version of yourself, who would that be? Who would you be without your belief systems or your blocks or the trauma? Who are you before these things happen to you? Before life, right? Who are you and who would you want to be? And we have the master keys inside of us to create and unlock those doors, one that no longer serve us, or to lock new doors to walk into who we want to become. And so this journey of discovering myself has allowed me to learn these things, to implement them in my life and say, I can become whoever it is that I desire to be if I'm willing to do the hard work, right? And that's facing myself. And so through that journey, it led me here to Las Vegas. This fast forward to 2015, I moved to Las Vegas and I kind of went back to my old ways, like going back to a regular job. And I still had that unfulfilling feeling. And as I was in that transition of in the middle of my divorce, starting brand new in another state, I was sitting still. I was journaling all the time. I was praying and I was asking, God, what do you want me to do? Who am I supposed to be? Now I'm in Vegas. Why am I here? And I heard very clearly for myself, you're going to coach others. And I'm like, coach? What? Me coach someone? No, like that's not my journey. But because from 2013 to 2015, I had done all of this work and I have removed so many layers, I had began to get the keys that worked for me, right? It started to make me show up differently. It started to allow me to show up confidently. It allowed me to deal with my mama trauma, my daddy trauma, my abandonment issues, my rejection issues. It allowed me to go through this journey of really releasing and using keys to implement, to transform, that my life does not have to be defined by what has happened to me, but where I plan to go and who I plan to become. So today, as a life coach, I am dedicated to guiding individuals and removing the layers and mask, helping them to uncover themselves. My mission is to empower others to walk confidently in their path to greatness and really tapping into their purpose, just as I have done. So every day I am grateful for this journey that brought me here and the opportunity to support other people on their paths to greatness and on their journey and the fulfillment of this quest of really discovering who you are. So that is just a little introduction of how I got started. I am such a big person, as I talk what I preach. I preach what I walk what I preach, whatever the saying is. I talk it like I walk it, okay? I believe that if you are going to work with someone, they have to be able to be honest with themselves. Don't teach me what you learned from a book. I want to know what you used and did it work, and how can I use those same keys to make it work for my life. And as a coach, that is what I give. So I know that I'm not for everyone, and I'm absolutely okay with that, because when you meet me and you're ready to do the work and you're ready to step into your authentic purpose, then we will connect. And I think that it's really important that we understand that sometimes we're looking for things or we're wondering why things are not working. But if you're not ready to be honest with yourself, you can continue to create a life of lies and stay in a cycle, right? Because eventually it all comes to the light. So hopefully that was a little understanding just about who I am, how I got started, and how I'm here to help other people. I'm really passionate about doing the work. If you're not ready to do the work, I am not the coach for you, and that's okay. So I will talk about something that was that is really hard for me. I want to talk about some of the obstacles that I have overcome as an entrepreneur, because not only did I start coaching, it is now a business, right? And so as a business owner and a professional, that also comes with a whole nother layer of experiences. And so I want to talk about some major obstacles I've overcome as an entrepreneur. And as I decided to begin to talk about these key talks, I want to talk about them from a very vulnerable, authentic space, as well as helping people really face some of the things and conversations that are not being had. And so one of those things is talking about this recent experience as an entrepreneur I had to overcome. And I'm going to be very vulnerable with you guys and very honest. And I think that I am ready because I don't share unless I've done the work. And so I have done the work and I am ready to share this part of me. Give me a moment because I have not shared this vulnerable moment with many people. But I am going to share it because I am courageous and I am vulnerable and I am honest with myself. And I feel like it's very important that you get to see all the sides of me, not just the part that I want you to see. So I want to take you to a moment to share a significant part of my entrepreneurial journey, one that has shaped me into the person that I am today. I recently faced one of the toughest challenges in my career that nearly made me abandon coaching completely and step out of my purpose. After years of hard work, mind you, started coaching in 2016, got certified, been doing the work, been showing up, been consistent, workshops, all of the amazing things that I've done, helped many clients transform their lives, shift their perspectives. And I finally reached a pivotal point where I was able to position my business for success. Uh, and what I mean by that, I was at a financial level to really be able to pivot my business into a successful place where I can hire a team, I can elevate, and I can put my business in another level financially and for the success of other people. I trusted a company handle my management and branding, and unfortunately, I was scammed. Yes, I was scammed. This betrayal sent me into a spiraling into a very deep depression. I didn't recognize that I was in a depression at first. Um, and I continue to show up. I continue to do the work. I continue to be around, but I felt completely lost. Completely lost. This happened in 2021, and I was lost. I had invested a lump sum of money into this company. I had positioned my business to be able to successfully run without me working a full-time job, and it didn't work the way that I planned. And I didn't realize at the time that this was the core root. And going back to, this is why it's so important that we do the core root, where we go, what is stopping you, what is blocking you, what is stopping you from showing up authentically. And so in attempt to regain my finances and my footing, I ventured into a whole nother career that I had no interest in, no education in, no experience in, and I lost financially even worse. I completely depleted my savings, my credit cards, everything, investing into a whole nother venture because I was so devastated that my baby had died. And when I say my baby had died, coaching is my baby. It's what I love. It's what I was purposed and created to do. And it literally felt like someone took my child and killed them. And I just gave up. I didn't want to coach anymore. I didn't want to do any of it. So I ventured into a whole nother venture, and I lost everything, you guys. Everything. Not just the financial part of it, but my personal belongings, my stability. It left me devastated. It left me in a loss. And I found myself starting from ground zero, from relying on the kindness of other people, helping me try to rebuild my life. This experience has been very humbling, but very heartbreaking. And I am a person who preaches doing the work, but I've never had to experience depression. I never knew what that looked like. I never knew. I've heard other people say it. I've seen other people. I've helped other people work through it, but I've never had to experience firsthand. And I was depressed, you guys. I was depressed, and in that depression, it led me continuously on a downward spiral. Not until everything was gone and lost and I didn't recognize myself that I realized that something was wrong. Um, it was heartbreaking, you guys. This experience literally took me out. It almost took me out. It took away a lot, but thankfully, again, I have had some amazing people that have come along my journey, and help kind of get my footing. And so here I am today. So through this journey, I learned that I have been affected by setback in ways I hadn't understood at first. It stripped me away from my of spiritually, financially, and physically. And for the first time, I faced depression. It was and it was so hard. Having my heart broke in a relationship, and like I went through some major things. I couldn't what the start hit me that I'm like, I never dealt with it. I didn't realize until this experience. Again, I am not a therapist, so I cannot diagnose you. For me, the spiral is that how much this I finally got to a point where I'm living in purpose. I do what I want to do, live how I want to live, go where I want to go, take flights, do all these things to trust somebody and invest in my business on another level, and they scam me. And I didn't realize that that was the start of my depression. So I tell you guys, if you're in a space right now where you're like, I can't shake this feeling. I don't know why I'm not motivated. I don't know why I can't get up and do what I need to do and move how I need to move, or why I don't want to deal with my business. You may be dealing with some sort of depression, and I would really, really, really sit still. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give you guys some keys. I had to sit in this pain. I had to feel this pain. I had to identify this pain. And I had to really like, what happened? Why do I feel like this? And these are the things that came up. I felt like my baby was killed. I felt like someone took my child and killed my child, right? Because when you put your blood, sweat, and tears and sacrifice into something and it being taken from you without your control, it's devastating in anything. And I had to grieve that just like I grieved losing my nephew. So I'm probably really deep, but I want to be deep because it's time that we have these real conversations. It's time that we do the real work because you are needed. What's inside of you, your experiences, your life's journey can help somebody else. And so I am here to be that voice of reasoning for you, that get out of your feelings, sit in it, deal with it, and move on so you can come and show up and so you can help somebody else, because you are the master key and somebody is looking for your keys so that they can continue on their path. So that is my obstacle that I faced as an entrepreneur. And I faced many obstacles, right? But that is the one that almost took me out, that almost made me give up. And I say almost because almost doesn't count because I'm still here. They tried it, but they couldn't take me out, right? I was telling myself this morning, I'm like a jack in a box, right? You might put the top on me for a moment, but I still got that click, 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 pop, I'm back. So I hope that this episode encouraged you, it inspired you, it reignited something in you, it made you a light bulb come on to say, you know what? I need to go within and figure out what keys have I lost? What do I need to do to get me back on path? Because you are needed. Your story matters, your life matters, your experiences matter, the hurt, the good, the bad. All of that matters because it only sets you up to where you're supposed to be. And it's not over. If you woke up today and you still have breath in your lungs, you're needed. You have purpose. And so any of you watching, just be reminded you have purpose and you are necessary. And I'm going to just reiterate that because we don't hear that enough, right? We don't hear that you are powerful. You are amazing. Life is not the same if you were not here. We need you, right? Whoever you are needed. I want you to go in the mirror and tell yourself, I am needed. I am valuable. I am important. I am precious. And the story and the experiences that I have been through have shaped me so I can help somebody else, just so that they can be reminded that they are powerful and they are needed too. So thank you for being on this journey with me today. This is episode 1. It kind of got deep. I wanted to be honest and vulnerable. I wanted to share my truth, and I wanted to be able to free myself because listen, my voice was silenced for a moment. I'm telling you, I showed up a little bit here. You might see me popping out, but guess what? I'm really popping out because I have freed, I have healed, I've done the inner work, and I'm ready to continue on this journey to impact and transform other people's lives because I help you unlock the master key to your life. So thank you again. As we wrap up today, episode 1, please make sure that you like, share, and continue to stay connected. I want to extend a special invitation for you to take this next step in your journey. If you're feeling inspired and you're ready to dive deeper, I'd love to work with you. If you're like, I need a one-on-one, I need help, I'm in that place and I need someone to hold me accountable. Maybe, yeah, I can say all these things to myself, but I really may not be able to move in action. So I need someone that will check in on me, someone that will help me, somebody that will strategize a plan and a goal to help you execute your next level. Book a free discovery call at coachamberj.com. Let's get connected. Let's see if we're a good fit. It's a consultation, it's free, and we can just see if we align, and let's do the work. So that is coachamberj.com. Also, I just want to make sure. So so let's do the work. Visit my website. I think that's it. So I want to give another shout out and a thank you to the Westside Community Incubator at Nevada Partners. This is a live audience, so if you guys would like to come and see it in person, if you have any questions, if you want to be connected to some great, amazing things happening in the community, make sure you check out Nevada Partners, Westside Community Incubator, where they are helping professionals step into purpose as well, giving you resources and connecting you to other resources. So there's no excuse for you to be great except you. You got to choose to be great. You got to be able to do the work. So don't wait. Let's unlock your potential together. And remember, if you found value in today's episode, make sure you like, share, and please like it on all the platforms, okay? Because it helps our algorithm and other people to see this information. So, as yours truly, it is Coach Amber J. Thank you so very much for being a part of this with me, taking this journey with me, and allowing me to hold your hand through your journey. Again, it's yours truly, Coach Amber J. And until next Tuesday at 10 a.m., I'll see you then. Have an amazing day.